Quest for the Tree Kangaroo by Cy Montgomery. Essential question: why is it important to research and protect endangered animals? In lush and colorful Papua New Guinea, there lives an elusive animal called the matchless tree kangaroo. Biologist Lisa Dabeck has been fascinated by the tree-roo since seeing her first one in a Seattle zoo more than 20 years ago. Now she leads a research expedition to Papua New Guinea, accompanied by a team of scientists and local guides, with the goal of locating matchless tree kangaroo in the wild and feeding them with radio collars so they can be tracked and studied. Lisa and the others hope their studies will help them better understand and protect these special creatures. The team is joined by author Cy Montgomery and photographer Nick Bishop, who are documenting the journey. The group has arrived at their destination and set up camp. They have seen signs that some tree kangaroos are nearby in the forest and are hoping to meet one soon. Matchless tree kangaroo. Cool winds have dwarfed some parts of the forest, so it is only about 20 feet high. Lisa is washing her clothes in the river when we get the news. "Three roos," calls Holly. "Two of them." One of the truckers has run back to camp to tell us the two tree kangaroos are close to us and still up at a tree. While Holly and Christina ready the medical equipment, the rest of us race after the trucker to see. We run past the tree kangaroo house, past the kunai, down a trail, and then into the trackless bush. Will the tree kangaroos still be there when we get there? It takes us nearly an hour to reach the site. We see the long golden tail hanging down from the branches of a suraya, and then the animal to whom it belongs, a gorgeous red and gold tree kangaroo sitting 80 feet above us, looking down with the ears sprinkled forward. "I can't believe it," Lisa says. And then, in the tree right next to this tree kangaroo, we see another tail, leading to another tree kangaroo. "Big Pella Piccinini," one of the truckers exclaims. Piccinini is Tokpising for child or baby, and Big Pella, you guessed it. If this is her baby, it's a big one. Matchless tree kangaroo is one of the world's rarest and most elusive mammals. Analyze the text, cause and effect. When the tracker climbs a nearby tree, what effect does it have on the tree kangaroos? "This is the miracle of doing work here," Lisa says. "They are so elusive, and then you finally find them. The whole field season is riding on these moments." The men had left camp that morning feeling lucky. It was sunny and warm, Gabriel recalled. A good day for the tree roos to come out and warm themselves. They changed their strategy. For the first 3 days, we were traveling more than 1 kilometer each day to find tree roos. I had wanted our presence to drive them closer to camp, so we decided today to try closer, and it worked. The men spread out. One tracker decided he would look for a plant that the tree kangaroos love to eat. It grows high on the tree branches and is easy to spot. The underside is brown and the top green. He found one in a tree, but no tree kangaroo. He scanned the next tree over, the saraya, and there was the tail. Immediately, the truck explained through Gabriel. "I barked like a dog because that would keep her up in the tree. Everyone else heard the barking and knew what happened. Everyone ran and admired the rule. We all stood looking for about 2 minutes, and then someone noticed there was another tail. We photographed and videotaped and watched the 2-3 kangaroos for 10 minutes. Now to get animals down. The trackers have been thinking about this puzzle. Shortly after they spotted the animals, they began to cut sticks and brush to build a long fence they call an M around the tree. If the tree kangaroo leaps down and starts to hop away, the M will slow him down. One of the trackers takes off his tall rubber boots. Barefoot, he begins to climb a smaller tree next to the saraya. Within 2 minutes, he is as high as the tree kangaroo. Joel, do you see where she is? Asked Lisa. Joel has the rule in his binoculars. She's still there, he assures. But the tree kangaroo isn't happy to see a human approaching. She climbs another 30 feet up to get away. If she jumps, it's a 100-foot drop. Gabrielle spots a tree kangaroo. Suddenly she leaps, her forearms outstretched. She drops 30 feet. She grabs a smaller tree on the way down, and now she begins to back down the tree. She's almost to the ground when one of the trackers grabs her by the tail and puts her in the burlap bag. Pickaninny, Pickaninny, the man called. The other tree kangaroo is 6-5 feet up in a descapernial tree, and they don't want him to get away. The tree kangaroo lets go of the branch. Like an acrobat, he catches the vine with his front paws, turns himself around, and lands on the ground on his feet. One tracker holds the chest, another holds the back leg, and another man holds the front. It's only now that we realize that baby is fully grown adult male. Man, the tracker says. This pair is no mother and baby, but a grown-up male and female on a tree kangaroo date. By 10:10 a.m., both tree kangaroos are in a burlap bag, heading back to camp. 25 minutes later, we're all back in camp, where Holly and Christian have set up the exam table, a picnic table built from saplings lashed with vines. They've laid out medical supplies and samples vials, measuring tools, and data sheets. Each tree kangaroo will be given medicine to make it sleep while the team puts on the radio collar and conducts a health exam. We want to find out as much as we can because so little is known about the tree kangaroos. Every detail is important. First, while the animals are in the burlap bags, they are weighed, and female weighs 6.4 kilograms, about 24 pounds, with the bag. The scientists will make sure to subtract the weight of the bag alone later. The male with bag weighs 8 kilograms. Once an animal has been seen, a tracker climbs a nearby tree to scare it into coming down. A magician looked down from 80 feet in the canopy, analyzed the text, domain-specific vocabulary. What science terminology does the author use on this page while describing the purpose of the radio collar being fitted on the tree kangaroo? How does it affect your understanding? Joe notes the temperature and humidity too. It's 56.2 degrees Fahrenheit and 81% humidity. Let's measure the male's next to make sure the radio collar will fit on him, says Lisa. But let's do the female first. With the female, we'll have the same priorities, Holly tells the group. We'll measure the neck, put on a radio collar, insert the ID chip, plug fur for more testing, check the pouch to see if she has a baby. We hope to find out as much as we can while the animal is asleep. But anesthesia can be dangerous. That's why we'll be careful watching how often she breathes in and out and how fast her heart is beating during the procedure. We'll have to work fast. Everyone will help. Christina will call out pulse and respiration every 5 minutes, says Holly. Is everybody ready? Do you have the radio collar? Lisa asked Gabriel. Gabriel is holding a leather collar much like one a dog might wear. Instead of metal tags, though, it has a little box of waterproof plastic. This contains a transmitter powered by a square battery and outfitted with an internal antenna. Each radio collar also has a computer chip. Without knowing it, the three kangaroos will be sending their position not only to the scientists tracking them on the ground, but also to satellites circling thousands of miles above Earth. At 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. times, the roos are likely to be in the trees and the weather is likely to be less cloudy. The satellites read the animal's exact position on the Earth's surface. They download this information to the chips in the collars, and this data can be transferred to a computer when the collar automatically falls off after 5 months. The whole thing weighs less than half a pound. Christine and Hall get to work. Do you have the screwdriver to put the collar on? Asks Eliza. Yes, says Gabriel, holding the squirming bag on his lap. We're ready. But the tree kangaroo isn't. Gabriel talks to the animal in the bag. Wait, come here, he says gently. And then to two trackers hold him. Soon a pink nose pokes out through a hole in the bag. It's 10:55 a.m. and Holly places the mask on the nose. A paw comes out through the hole, but within 45 seconds the tree kangaroo relaxes. The anesthesia is working. She's asleep. Out comes the kangaroo. Thermometer? Holly requests. The kangaroo's body temperature is similar to a person, 97.1 degrees. Respiration is 32, says Christine. That means she's breathing 32 times a minute. That's healthy. Holly leans forward to listen to the heart through her stethoscope for 5 seconds. She counts the beats. She wants to calculate the beats per minute. Heart rate is 16 times 12. You do the math, she tells Joe, who is recording everything on a data sheet. Meanwhile, Gabriel is putting on the collar. Make sure the collar is comfortable but snug, says Lisa. Yesterday, Christine discovered that Unborn had taken his off and left it on the floor of his cage. Analyze the text, quotes, and description. Why do you think the author includes quotes from the research team and detailed description of their work? The team works fast while the tree kangaroo is anesthetized. Holly puts in the microchip and Joel records number 029274864. I'm going to do a punch check, says Holly. Meanwhile, the other scientists measure everything they can as fast as they can. Pouch is empty, says Holly. Now for the vitamin mineral shot. This is it, says Lisa. She calls an end to the exam. Because he was injured, Unborn's exams took much longer, but we don't want to subject this tree kangaroo to the anesthesia any longer than necessary. For safety's sake, Hall removes the face mask and quickly checks the thief. She's coming to. It's 11:06 a.m. Put her in the bag, says Lisa. Tail first so she can't sit. They name her Tess, in honor of my dog, a border collie who died last year at age 16. The new Tess rests in her bag on a truck's lap while we prepare for the mail. 11:20 a.m. An static machine? Kia's ready? Radio caller? Holly asks. And is the other room okay? Okay, answers the team. We are ready. Each caller allows scientists to track a tree kangaroo for several months. Gabriel unties the top of the mail's bag and immediately the burlap bolts with movement. He is doing somersaults in the bag, Gabriel reports. It's all he and Joshua can do to hold the rule. Through the bag, the male grabs one man's glove and pulls it off. He bites another tracker on the finger. Now 4 men are struggling. I've got his head here, says Gabriel, but I can't get it out. But the nose is right here. Through the burlap hole delivers the anesthetic. Oh, but he's tough, says Gabriel. Finally, the bag stops wiggling. At 11:30 a.m., the male is lifted out of the bag and laid out on the table. The team goes to work. 17 times 12 is the heart rate, Holly tells Joey. 22.7 circumference of neck, says Toby. Here's the collar. Let's pull it on. Respiration is 20, says Holly. Now we take his temperature, next the chip, and after that we'll go for the hair. Holly takes a hair sample for DNA analysis. Everything is going like clockwork. Then Christina warns, respiration slowing. That's it, let's put the mask off, says Lisa. It's 11:37 a.m. His ears are twitching. Let's get him back in the bag, says Holly. It's all over in just 10 minutes. Great work, says Lisa. Noon. We are at the tree kangaroo house. The men have cut fern fronds and lined the 2 apartments inside with the soft moss carpet. They've used ferns to screen the wall between the new pair and Unbun so the animals won't upset each other. Unbun looks calm, though his leg is no better. He is now taking banana leaves from Christian's hands. We all sit quietly while one of the trackers opens the cage door. Tess climbs out of the bag and scurries up a perch. She regards us with interest, but no fear. Lisa has named the male Christopher in honor of my pig who grew to 750 pounds and lived to age 14. The kangaroo Christopher rushes out of his bag and climbs to the highest perch. Joy and Gabriel want to make sure the collars are working, so they have brought their radio receivers along to check. Each animal has its own frequency, almost like a phone number. If Joey wants to tune in to Tess, he dials up channel 151080. Christopher's channel is 150050. Both callers work fine. We are all delighted. One tracker is so enthusiastic he wants to go out and hunt for more tree kangaroos this very afternoon. But the hotel is full, says Lisa. Since Christopher and Tess are healthy enough to return to the wild, they will be released tomorrow. For now, though, the cage has all the 3 kangaroos it can hold. We all shake hands, hug, and smile. Everyone is burning with a mixture of excitement and exhaustion and relief. The first colored male matches three kangaroos, says Gabriel. History.